He's in the cupboard. What's Fab doing in your cupboard?
Ta-da! Oh my god, I completely forgot you had this! Hello! I'm Fab. Who might you be?
Fab, this is Dylan, Andy.
So you're gonna stay for the meeting?
Meeting? I thought we were meeting at Toby's.
Oh.
Not anymore, we're not.
SMS, hello!
I was in a movie.
Oh, I know, the reception's terrible in there, isn't it? You have to shout to be heard. They should do something about that. So Dylan, tell me, Automan or Manimal?
Dylan's actually just going.
Oh, don't get your panties in a bunch, missus. Jesus, we don't want panic attack Max, do we?
Panic attack?
Oh, he gets these terrible panic attacks. It's completely embarrassing. He won't talk about it. It's tragic. Luckily, he's got a sparkling personality and a huge penis.
Oh, that reminds me of this really funny thing. I was at this house last night, right, but it was getting late, you know, the sun was coming up. So I said to these guys, okay guys, you better untie me now, because if I don't get home before my boyfriend wakes up, he's gonna kill me. And then I realised my boyfriend was there the whole time. I just didn't recognise him with the hood on. Oh, we laughed. I guess you just had to be there.
Got any food? Oh, finger food.
Meeting? What meeting?
Look, Fab and Andy and I, we're Narcotics Anonymous. It's really dreadful, I know. I wish I could have told you earlier, but it's all in the past now, and tomorrow's another bridge to climb. I promise I'll call you, though. Thanks.
Oh, look, it's Davros.
Hello, darling. How are you? Thank you for the last-minute venue. Poor Toby's house is completely flooded.
Oh, really? What kind of fool puts a swimming pool on the roof anyway?
It wasn't the pool that caused the problem. It was Toby's decision to have the pool retract and the roof open up that caused all the difficulty. I always said he was a bit too fond of Thunderbirds. Mind you, now he's got palm trees that fold back at the flick of a switch.
They are pretty cool, though. Come through, Ginny, love. I'm just making coffee.
Lovely.
That's Ginny. She's our, facilitator. She facilitates things. Us, me.
Oh, finger food.
This is all pretty weird.
I know, but on the plus side, you're learning so much more about me.
Yeah, you have panic attacks and a narcotics problem, and your mother holds seances.
Did you hear the bit about my penis?
Hi Max, I've got it on disc! I managed to rescue it from the wreckage. Honestly, you'd think for a $500,000 renovation they could make it waterproof. Did you hear about the palm trees though? It's heaven. Anyway, I've got NSG Vortex with me. It's a Quantium 40 vid, but I'm thinking we could interlace your DVD player and use the inertia dampers as a mass driver gravimetric system. Finger food!
What is this really?
Hello, Clarice.
Yes, hello Nelson.
NSG Vortex?
No, I think that was Silence of the Lambs. Oh, you mean...
Max? Hey, Max, Toby needs you. I'll take care of your friend for a minute if you want to sort that out.
Maybe I should just go.
No! He won't hear of it.
Max!
Go on. Help.
I'll just be a minute.
Hi.
So what is this MSG?
Oh, NSG Vortex! Oh my god, do you remember Space Gypsies, that show from the 70s?
Was that the one with the girl with purple hair?
No, that was UFO. Space Gypsies had the bald woman with the green lips. Anyway, they had, they made like a new version of it in the 90s called New Space Gypsies, but they got cancelled after like 7 episodes, network record. And so then later on they had like a spin-off called Vortex, and the only person who came back was, do you remember that woman?
Max, have you got any spare Verteron cables? The screen's not really coping with the soliton wave.
We could use an ODN bypass to override the metaphasic field integrity.
I'll see what I've got.
Good news, everybody! Max's special friend has agreed to stay for the meeting!
He has? Are you sure?
Oh yes, we're getting along like a sack full of kittens in a creek. Oh, and Dylan just made the most hilarious joke about Daleks going up the stairs.
Oh, speaking of new people, I need to get some forms off you, Ginny. I'm bringing a new member to the next meeting.
How sweet. Fresh meat.
You know, I'm not even sure which folder I keep the new member forms in. It's been so long.
Don't bother with the forms, Ginny.
Excuse me right now, please. His name is Nathan, and he's very excited to meet all of you.
Look, don't even bother telling us his name. We're never even going to see him again after the first meeting.
Well, I'm certainly glad you told me in advance. It will give me a chance to get prepared.
Prepared for what? Andy's right. He won't be coming to a second meeting.
Well, I know that. We all know that. But at least I'll be sure to put in Toby's favourite episode of Quantum Leap, the one he always watches when he's going through a breakup. We'll all be watching it by the end of the month.
Knowing him, we'll be watching it by the end of the meeting.
You are all odious bitches.
Get away from her, you bitch.
And I don't need your help, Sigourney.
So is this the whole group?
Pretty much.
A lot of guys. I always thought science fiction was more of a lesbian thing.
Oh my god, it used to be nothing but lesbians. It was like Xena this, Buffy that. It was a complete lesfest. But then we had some sort of argument. I think it was the ratio of science fiction to fantasy, and they all left in a half, formed their own group.
So you don't do fantasy? No Lord of the Rings?
Oh, well, Andy has a perineum piercing.
You want to see?
And Max does this thing with his...
Fab,
What?
could you just give me a hand with this?
What?
This, please.
So anyway, now it's just us. The Lesbian Separatist Feminist Fantasy League met over in Northcote. That's if you want to see Liv Tyler or Kate Blanchett in slow motion every Thursday.
What about,
Ginny. She felt that a separatist group would be playing into patriarchal stereotypes about the construction of identity and the rigidity of gender.
I am not my vagina.
And they don't have...
But if the shadow gathering has formed a quorum, then all is lost. We are doomed.
What are you doing? I thought you'd be happy.
Why?
Because I'm a social architect. I'm integrating your life. You're not integrating, Fab, you're interfering. Well, if you were interfered with a bit more, maybe you wouldn't be single.
This is our first date, Fab. What if it doesn't work out between us? Or even worse, you become friends with him and it doesn't work out between me and him and it's
Oh
just...
my god, Toby has a new boyfriend every week. We've never made friends with any of them. I mean, I've even slept with a couple of them, but I was never friendly. Who could be bothered talking to Trey? Jesus. Although I have been talking to Jorge quite a bit. I mean, he doesn't understand everything I say, but he gets the gist. Oh, I was covered in his gist last Thursday. He took me on a pinball machine. So Jodie Foster.
We have to get him out of here. How do we get him out of here and make it seem natural and not like it's an attempt just to, get him away from my friends? Think, goddamn you!
Hey, don't have a panic attack.
Oh God, what's Dylan doing?
Who's Dylan? Oh, that guy. Yes. I don't know.
Oh God, he's gonna start talking to Nelson and doing renditions of RoboCop.
From beginning to end, I know. Or stuck with Andy telling one of his hilarious fisting stories.
Oh God.
Remember that one about the prolapse rectum? Oh, it's okay. He's talking to Toby. You know what Toby's like? He'll be banging on about his BMW and his portfolio. After 10 minutes with Toby, you're going to seem way more interesting than you actually are. I've done you a huge favour, you know. Don't you hate the way Toby's always talking about himself? Like me, I. It's just one of those people who won't shut up about himself. Hey, you notice that I've been bleaching my teeth? They might be a bit orange from the cheese.